Going to continue with trade, but shifting our attention away from Brazil, as US President Donald Trump has said that he had talks with Swiss officials about the 39% tariff on the export-reliant country. According to reports, Swiss manufacturers have warned that tens of thousands of jobs were at risk after Trump hit them with one of the highest tariff rates in his global trade reset, even with some relief for the key drugs sector. The government has said that it was disappointed and would decide how to proceed after Trump set a tariff that is more than double the 15% rate for most European Union imports into the United States. Meanwhile, the White House has said that it had made the move because of what it called Switzerland's refusal to make meaningful concessions by dropping trade barriers. Let's once again listen to the US President.
Well, the problem with Switzerland, we have a $40 billion deficit with Switzerland, and I spoke yesterday to Switzerland, but we have a $40 billion deficit with Switzerland. That's a big deficit.
Well, once again joining us, Dr. Ajay Dua. Thank you so much for taking the time to stay with us there. Switzerland, another interesting case, of course, surrounded by European nations which have a 50% deal, a market which is mainly exports, and of course now a 39% tariff to the US. Is this a unique situation, and how could it move forward?
I think the same way as the other heads of government or the head of EU did, 39% is certainly exorbitant. But there, one of the very substantive or substantial exports is of pharmaceuticals from Switzerland. The president would do well to relent on that and make it at par with whatever he's going to be levying on pharmaceuticals in the rest of the country, rest of the world. Because one, yes, there is a huge dependence of the United States on generics as well as branded formulations upon other countries of the world, mainly Europe, and that includes Switzerland. Second, high precision industry, and there's a lot of import of those. I'm not just talking of watches which have ultimately reached a particular level and which are in great demand around the world, including the US. It is also precision machinery which comes out of Switzerland and which is being imported in large volumes by the US. So when President Trump talks of a $40 billion deficit, yes, it is there because the Swiss items are in demand around the world, and the US, as of now, unfortunately, doesn't have too many things which most of the world needs on a day-to-day basis, which are competitively priced. But certainly the US has its own advantages in energy. It has advantages in what should I say, technology items, technology-based high-tech items, including electronics, computers, and those kind of things.
Yes.
So yes, Switzerland cannot get away with zero duties, as was earlier happening. It would need to pay some duty, but 39% is certainly not going to be affordable by anyone in Europe, including Switzerland.
Yes, Dr. Ajay Dua, thank you ever so much for joining us and providing that insight. Though Trump's tariff deadline is now over, continued discussions are expected, and we will bring you all of those updates here on NewsX World as we get them.